So julle het vir Anton David Jeftha so nou en dan op Suidooster gesien wanneer hy rehaas uit Londen uitgekuier het. En nou het sy karakter SJ op die kykNET telenovela Legacy uit Los Angeles uit teruggekeer om van maandag tot donderdag op jou skerm te wees. En hier sit hy nou, Anton David Jeftha. Baie welkom by KLOP.
Hi, hi.
Ek smaal nou so want jou pa se naam is Anton.
Ja.
Maar jy is Anton.
Ja.
Ek het geweet dit is Antoine.
Ja, Antoine. Van Los Angeles teruggekomen.
Ja.
Antoine.
As was 'n bietjie van hy saamgekom wat lekker. Wie kom as jy geswat en toe besluit jy wil acting doen? Hoe gebeur hy?
Wel, het was een proces. Ik het eerst begin met BCom, na ik klaar met school klaargemaakt. Ja? Just to warn the audience, het gaan smengels wees. It's going to be English and Afrikaans.
Op KLOP is ons nie particular oor die taal.
So yeah, ik het school klaargemaakt in 2004. And then I was like, I think the natural thing to do was to study BCom. I think my parents pushed education quite a lot. You know, my elder sister, she's a specialist. My second elder sister works in finance. Yeah. My baby sisters are all hygienists. And at the time, it was just like, it made sense for me to do commerce, because it was the safe option. So I went and I finished all that. Ik heb klaargemaakt, klaargeswat en allerlei goed is klaargemaakt. Toen besloot ik in mijn honors year dat ik actor wil worden. Het heeft bij goed, het was niet bij goed geaanvaard nie, by my parents, but you know, it seems to be working out. Like 15 years later.
Wat was jullie concern?
I think the stability of it all. I think also like growing up in Belhar, you know, it's not like a normal type of thing that you come home and you tell your parents, I want to be an actor. You know, I come from a family of teachers and electricians and bookkeepers and things like that. So I think for you to come home and say, listen, I'm dropping out of my honors in finance because I want to act. Yeah. It wasn't well received at the time.
En so het jy met jou acting ambitions besluit op 'n dag jy gaat op 'n aeroplane klim, jy wil in LA uitkom.
Well, there was actually like a long time until I got to that point, because I dropped out of finance, and then I took like various type of jobs. I was working as a financial advisor. I was working in the oil and gas industry as a project manager. And then one day I was just like, you know, this isn't, what am I doing? Because I decided to drop out of finance to be an actor. And then I used, I think, my whole salary and I sold a bunch of things and I did my first acting class, like an on-screen acting course. And then between that course and actually me getting my first job, it took about maybe 4 years. 4 years of just showing up at auditions. In my lunch breaks from Montague Gardens in Cape Town, I'd be driving in my bakkie and taking off my tie, putting on a shirt, coming to an audition, and then and then just not getting jobs for years before finally I started getting a little bit of momentum and things started. The universe started giving way, and then things started happening.
En dat was 'n bietjie advertentiewerk ook.
Het het begin met advertentiewerk in short films. Yeah, short films. But I only left to LA in 2016 after I'd done a couple of international projects and after I'd done a lot of international commercials. And at that point, I'd even done the pilot for Suidooster. And then I moved to LA.
Hoe was die Suidooster experience?
It was lekker. I still consider them family, you know. As ek teruggaan is dit altyd baie lekker om saam met hulle te speel, want almal, you know, they're very inviting. Soos Jill altyd sê, Maimuna, says like it voel asof die familie weer heel is.
Yeah.
So it's always nice to go. I call it home because it's, you know, it's my own people. It's the people that I know.
En in Suidooster was dit mense soos Jill Levenberg en Sedwin Jill met wie jy gespeel het nou in Legacy. Was jy saam met Michelle Botes en nog 'n paar ander groot name, Siyabonga Twala, sulke mense.
Yeah. I mean, just as much as they are legends over there, you know, Sedwin Joel, Jill Levenberg, Jill, and you know, now I'm working with just like the other echelon or like a different sort of category of legend in South African film and TV. Michelle Botes, Dion Lotz, Andrew Buckland, And you grow when you work with people like that because they've been in the game for so long and they're so like comfortable within themselves that you are forced to step up your game when you play alongside them.
En ook seker omdat telenovelas het baie drama, die een ding na die ander ding,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's baie lekker because I mean, are you talking about the actors like how
Nee, ek bedoel in die storyline, daar gebeur baie goeders in 'n telenovela.
Yeah. It's baie dinge like on one like normally in a soapie there's one thing happening I think and with the telenovelas all these different storylines happening and they leave you at a cliffhanger at the end of it and there's this drama playing out and honestly I don't think it could have been better cast with the type of like these theatrical and these very committed actors that are on Legacy. It's very exciting. I'm having a lot of fun.
Wat maak fun? Wat maak acting vir jou die ding waarvoor jy elke dag opstaan?
Wow. Omdat dit die enigste ding is wat ek voel ek het myself gekies in my lewe. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's the only thing that I think when I chose acting.
Yeah.
You know, everything I felt up until the age when I went into this game, I felt as if everything until then was chosen for me. You know? Society has sort of put this on my path. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to eat. This is what you need to study. That was the first time in my life that I was like, this is what I want to do. And if I make it or not, it's on me.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that motivates me.
Hoe gereeld kry kinders wat jy het ook in Elsies groot geword.
Ek het in Belha groot geword, maar my hele familie is in Elsies.
Hoe gereeld kry kinders in Belha die kans om self te besluit?
Nie baie nie.
So ek het jou voor die tyd gevra om my iets vertel wat die kykers miskien nou nie van weet nie en toe jy so 'n bietjie gebrek dat jy 'n bietjie rugby gespeel het ook.
Ja. En ek het rugby gespeel vanaf die ouderdom van 6. Het ek begin rugby gespeel. En toe speel ek in primary school, toe speel ek in hoërskool.
Kyk jy nog die sport?
As dit World Cup is, dan kyk ek. Maar I'm not like an avid watcher.
So as 'n speler wat jy nou kan aan dink wat jou opgewonde maak.
Wat sê Anna man
Sy moet nou
wat die try gescoor.
Wat die try Chesney Colby? Anders moet ek jou vra om te sing.
He's the one that I like watching the most. He's the most fun to watch like for me. Like I haven't watched at that time. I didn't watch rugby for 4 or 5 years. I came home, I watched the World Cup and I saw him play and I was like mind blown. I think I went to YouTube videos of him as well after.
So gaat ons jou weer in Suid-Ooster sien?
Miskien. Ek weet nie. It's up to it hung off, you know. It's all based on like when I'm in Cape Town, the writers will write me a little storyline, but it's very fun. I hope that I am back. I don't know if the audience is going to be too happy if I'm back because I don't think they have a very strong liking to Riaz, but you know, he's a fun guy. He does what he wants. So, yeah.
Baie dankie dat jy gekom het vanaand.
Dankie.
Net hierna vertel Nathan Kennedy ons meer van The Men Who Speak Gael.